Hello and welcome to Havana Media, and today we bring you a dramatic and unsettling story, one that has shaken Kenyans from all across the country. A peaceful Sunday service turned into chaos. Teargas filled the house of God, and what followed was a political explosion that has now dominated national headlines. What was that happened during the weekend? Let's get it down. It began as a calm Sunday at PCEA Kariobangi North Church. Worshippers walked in with their Bibles, children held their parents' hands, and the choir prepared to worship. The church, a place of healing and hope, was ready for the day's service. And among the attendees was former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, whose presence always attracts attention. Now, as the sermon progressed, something was brewing outside. Tension that has been rising between rival political groups gathered near the church compound. The arguments grew louder, the pushing became more aggressive, and soon, police were forced to intervene. What was meant to be prayer time transformed into a political battlefield. Then came the moment that Kenya is still talking about. Multiple eyewitnesses reported that police fired tear gas inside the church, inside the sanctuary, inside a place meant for worship, not war. The shout of prayer then turned into screams of panic. Smoke filled the air. The altar disappeared in a white cloud as worshippers cried, choked, and scrambled to escape. Elderly members struggled to breathe. Mothers shielded their children as they ran. Ushers and deacons tried to guide people outside, but visibility was nearly zero. The church, normally a safe place, felt like a conflict zone. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was quickly escorted out as the situation deteriorated. Videos and images from inside the sanctuary left Kenyans shocked and angry at the same time. Many could not believe that tear gas has been deployed in the house of God. But now the political drama was very far from over. Shortly after the incident, attention shifted to remarks made by Gachagua and his close allies. The comments circulating widely from the former DP's camp suggested that they had agreed that DCP will take all Nairobi seats come 2027. A statement many Kenyans interpreted as tribal, exclusionary, and dangerously divisive.
Itakwenda kumenya kwao niku mundu uria tukahe tigiti wa DCP andu a nyumba itu yothe makaroka tene mamuhe kura tutikwenderio guoya Nairobi ringi Nairobi ino ni ithu aingi biashara ciothe ni citu tutikwenderio guoya ringi tutingihota tukucaria ithu turimwo ni kurangira ate gutuika nyumba ino itu ni yaga mundu mwongerangira indo cia nyumba itu nie ndimwire ndikwenderio guoya na njire Ruto ni atuhure uguo arenda erwo ni atuhure ni atubangire maundu maria mothe atubangire no erwo mukungi akorire u mukungi akorire u mukungi akorire u andu a nyumba itu mutikamake no ithuĩ twari kuo.
And it didn't take long for national leaders to respond. Among them, Kalonzo Musyoka was the first one to comment. Calm but stern, he condemned the idea that any single group, tribal or political, could claim ownership of Nairobi. Kalonzo reminded the country that Nairobi belongs to everyone, including the Luo, the Kikuyu, the Kamba, the Somali, the Luya, and every Kenyan chasing a dream in the capital. He warned Gachagua that Kenya is bigger than political deals made in the back door of the churches.
Na wache hii propaganda kusema ati Wiper imeachia DCP vitu vyote Nairobi. You know, they have to try everything wagonganishe Kalonzo na Gachagua. Baitu mukanda tukonganu. Alama ezekana kebela getu ikioza kwesela Gachagua kuko yote.
Na sisi tumepangana vizuri na kiongozi wa Wiper ambaye ndiye amekuwa akisaidia ODM hapa Nairobi. Tumekubaliana kiti cha gavana kitachukuliwa na DCP. Kiti cha seneta kitachukuliwa na DCP. Kiti cha women rep kitachukuliwa na DCP. Tumekubaliana na Wiper kati ya viti 17 kati ya DCP na Wiper tutachukua viti 16. Na kati ya viti 85 ya ward between DCP and Wiper tutachukua 75.
But it was National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula who delivered the fiercest blow. Responding directly to Gachagua's comment, Wetangula said that Kenya has defeated worse tribalists before and will do it again come 2027. His message was clear. Kenya will not go backwards, not to tribal zooing, not to political intimidation, and definitely not to leaders dividing Nairobi as if it were personal property. Wetangula's words echoed across the nation. Many praised him for speaking truth to power, especially after such a chaotic and disrespectful incident in a church.
Hapa Kenya tuko na watu ambao wanafikiri kama si wao hakuna Kenya. Kama kiongozi hatoki kwao hakuna kiongozi. Hao ndio wanataka kuvunja nchi yetu. Siasa ya ukabila, siasa ya chuki, siasa ya matusi. Huwa tunawauliza, wewe ndugu zenu, unajua tunabishana na hii uongozi, lazima watu wabishane. Hata Biblia inasema kura ndio huamua uongozi. Lakini ukiwauliza mnataka kufanyia nini Kenya, wanakuambia Kasongo. Mnataka kufanyia nini one term? Mnafanya nini Ruto must go? Hiyo ni sera. Hiyo si sera, hiyo ni matusi na mambo ambayo haina maana. Na wakati mzee Moya alikuwa president, kulikuwa na mzee mmoja kutoka huko Central anaitwa Matiba. Alikuwa kila siku akiingia bunge, kwa sababu nilikuweko, anapiga meza mara 3 anasema Moi must go, alafu anatoka. Siku moja Jaramogi Oginga Odinga akamuuliza, wewe umekuwa unasema Moi must go, ameenda? Si ndio huyu bado rais wetu? So wacha hiyo mambo.
And as the dust settled, Kenyans were left reflecting on the bigger picture. Questions in their mind being, number 1, why was Teargas fired inside a sanctuary? Number 2, why are political battles creeping into places meant for prayer? And number 3, why are leaders turning sacred places into platforms for divisive speeches? But one thing remained certain. Every Kenyan has the right to worship freely. Churches deserve respect. Sanctuaries are not political arenas. And Kenya, a country built on diversity, cannot afford leaders who fan tribal flames ahead of 2027. But now the images from Kariobangi PCEA worshippers running for safety, smoke covering the altar, will remain etched in the nation's memory. It is a moment that has forced the country to confront the dangerous blends of politics, power, and sacred spaces. Those are the things that happened during the weekend in Nairobi PCEA Kariobangi Church. Thank you so much for watching Havana Media. And if you found this story very important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because we remain committed to telling brave, truthful stories that matter to Kenyans everywhere. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and always keep your freedoms close. My name is Oduor Billy. See you in the next one.